everyone, I just wanted to give you a few tips on how to stay nice and relaxed and comfortable through your upper back area. And there's quite a few things you can do, especially if you can't get to have a treatment. The first thing's about looking at our posture. So a lot of the time when we're busy doing life, sitting at a computer, sitting at home on the couch, chopping up vegetables, driving the car, doing whatever it is, we end up in this kind of position. It sounds very subtle, but when you're in the normal sort of upright position, your back's all nice and supported and neutral. But as soon as we get a bit tired, we do what we call hinging. So there's just this little movement that happens in our upper back that means that we're a bit closed down in the front part of our body and everything in here is a little bit tight. So what we're going to try and do is reverse that a little bit. So first thing's about awareness. So trying to make sure that you stand upright, tall up through your tummy, head in a neutral position, ears over your shoulders and shoulders back. I know a lot of us don't walk around like that, but it's good to remember that that's our neutral position that we should be in. So, but when we do end up in this position for a big chunk of the day, here's a couple of tips that can help you cope with that tightness. So the first one's about lying on a bolster. And I've got a few different types here. So these solid bolsters are great, half bolster, full bolster's fine. Or if you don't have one of those, even some rolled up towels. I've just got 3 large towels here all rolled up. Whatever you use, it needs to be thick enough that can allow you to lay on it and feel some extension, and I'll show you how to do that. So just on this one, you need to make sure it's the full length of your back, and we're just going to lie on it with it straight down our spine. So just like this, make sure your head's nice and supported, and just relax. Focus a little bit on your breathing. If you can, put your arms out to the side. If you really want to increase that stretch through your pecs, you can actually put your arms up further if you want to, but just at the side is fine. And I just want you to lie there just for about 8-10 minutes if you can. Really important that you're warm when you do any of these things. So using a heat pack beforehand, having a hot shower, or just making sure you're warm, that will really help. At first it might feel a little bit weird and a bit uncomfortable, but after a couple of minutes you'll think, oh, this is great. So just lie there. Make sure you're on the floor, not on your bed. The cat and the dog will come and say hello, and the kids might crawl all over you. If you can do this at night time, after you spent the day in that sort of forward hunch position, your back will really thank you. So you can just lie here for a few minutes. The other thing you can do with these bolsters, instead of using them straight up and down your spine, is you can actually use them to target areas of tightness in your back. So laying across them. We do the same with the towels. Just finding a nice little spot that might be a little bit uncomfortable, and you can work your way up your spine. Just rolling over nice and gently, again making sure that you're nice and warm when you do this. You might feel it here a little click. That's fine. All of these are fine. We don't want you to be in any pain. It just helps open up that chest, get some movement happening between those vertebrae that have been stuck all day. So it's a nice little thing to do. Okay, so that's just using the bolster. All right, so that's the first hint. The second one's about doing some treatment on your back, and I'll show you about that in a minute.